In this video, I'm going to talk about how running and making YouTube videos has helped me get through the pandemic. I started the year 2020 full of motivation, ready to have a good crack at the track season that year. It was my last year as a senior male. I'm 35 now, so I'm classed as a master, and I wanted to have another good season as a male senior. So I was really motivated at the start of the year, and we got to March and COVID happened, and my running went out the window completely. I think I stopped running for about a month or so. I had no motivation. My anxiety and stress went up really high. I was just really stressed and anxious the whole time, and the second I found out that all the races were going to be cancelled, I just basically gave up. I just thought, well, what's the point? There's no point in running now because I've got nothing to focus on. So running basically went out the window, and it carried on like that for a couple of months. So then I just started going out and running for fun. So I was running a couple of times a week, as slow as I wanted to, and just enjoying it. And it reminded me of how much I love running. And then when spring arrived, which is what's happening right now, everything just started looking really pretty. And wouldn't it be nice to just share this with people? So in May last year, I took my phone, went out on a route, just recorded it. And that was nearly a year ago. And then I just started making YouTube videos, and that gave me another boost of motivation. So YouTube became a good motivator for running, and running became a good motivator for staying fit and healthy. Because there weren't any races to focus on, I didn't really have any goals. I just wanted to run to keep fit and just enjoy it. But the thing about running is, it's a great way of staying physically and mentally very healthy. The more you run, the healthier you are. Oh, treat. Must have been a storm here recently. It's one of my favourite things about running in the woods. You get obstacles to go over and under. So there are countless videos about the health, physical and mental benefits of running. I'm not really trying to talk about that. Clearly that's made a big difference. But there was another angle to running that I didn't think about that really made a difference with getting through this pandemic. And basically it's this: being outside in the great outdoors, away from everything else. I've always loved being outside. I'm an introvert anyway, so I love being away from people. I love being on my own, and I love having my own space. But when the pandemic hit and everyone went into lockdown, I saw it first in Italy and other European countries. They had very strict rules about what they could and couldn't do. People were locked in their houses, people had to queue, wear masks to go in shopping centres. And I saw that on the news before it happened in England. And being in your house, you feel really stuck, restricted. You feel like you're almost in prison. Whereas being able to come out and run in nature, I'm very lucky here. I have all these amazing places to run. But being out in these places, running, just takes you away from all of that. And when you're out here, there's no difference between a run during COVID or a run 5 years ago when everything was different. It's just a mental break from what's going on in the rest of the world. When you're out running in places like this, especially when the weather's nice. It's pure freedom. There are no rules, no protocols to follow, no restrictions. As long as there's no one around, no social distancing, no masks to wear, no worries. You can just forget it all and be out and away from it. And that was really what helped me get through this pandemic, because I've struggled, like many people have, with the whole anxiety and stress side of things. Things are getting better now. We've got the vaccination. People are slowly getting vaccinated. Actually quite quickly getting vaccinated in England, which is pretty good. And things will get better, but it's still not the same. And I still get anxiety and stress about it. But yeah, I'm out tonight. It's a beautiful day, beautiful evening, and I'm just enjoying being out in nature. I've hardly seen anybody so far. I'm on this run through one of my favourite routes. And I think that's just the thing, it's the escapism. Running is a great way to escape what's going on at home. So even when there's no pandemic, running would be a great way of escaping stress, anxiety that you have for things that might be going on at home or at work or whatever. And on top of that, making YouTube videos has been a great motivator. I've really enjoyed the process. It's quite addictive actually. Before I started making these videos, I hated talking to a camera, I hated the sound of my voice, I hated seeing myself. I don't mind so much now. And it was good to just push myself out of my comfort zone and try something new. And that, I think the combination of making these videos and running has just really helped me have something to focus on. I think the video was almost like a focus when there were no races. But then in the end I did my challenge videos, I've done 2 so far. I'm planning to do some more, and I'm planning to keep making these videos. I really enjoy it. So I think one angle is the freedom and escapism that running gives you, being out in places like this, getting away from it all. And the other angle is focus, having something to focus on. During a pandemic, clearly, if you're a runner, races are probably not going to happen. Of course, there's been virtual races, but I've not really had any interest in those. The goal that I was able to focus on was the sub 5 minute mile challenge, and that really helped. But for me, my main focus has been on my family, my work, and making these videos, and that's just helped me completely focus and forget about everything. When I'm making these videos, I sometimes forget there's a pandemic. So from my experience of the past year, I would say if you're a runner, running is going to help you get through situations like this. And if that's not enough, maybe that'll get you through the sort of temporary stress relief, anxiety relief, getting away from it all temporarily. And then while you're at home or while you're at work or whatever, having something to focus on really helps, and that just keeps you going. If tomorrow on the news there was a new variant that the vaccine didn't work against and this whole thing started again, of course it'd be pretty terrible and I'd be really worried about it. But I would carry on focusing on running and making these videos, and I think that would really help. Anyway, that's enough talking. I hope you found that interesting and insightful. If you haven't tried running yet and you're watching this video, I'd recommend giving it a go. If you don't like running, if it's too hard, give walking a go, or any other form of exercise, just something to get you out, away from everything, and get your heart and lungs working, get you feeling good. And if you find yourself with a lot of time and a lot of anxiety and stress, try and find something new to focus on. Maybe a new hobby, maybe something that you already do, but just really focus on that thing, and that will probably really help. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know how your running's going in the comments, and I'll get back to you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello. Hello. You're very keen, aren't you? What's this? What's that? Oops. You're very friendly. Okay, I'm going this way now. Bye-bye.